What is happening, YouTube? How y'all doing today? It is Thursday. Just your average Joe getting a late start today. We got some orders to go over. Pretty good sales on eBay. So got some orders to cover with y'all and have some comments to cover with y'all, some questions. And, business as usual. You know how today's going to go. If you've been hanging out with me before, I've been reselling, or if you haven't hung out with me before, rather, I've been reselling on eBay full time for about 8 years. But I've been buying and selling on eBay for 24 years, since 2000, long time. So just kind of hanging out, sharing some knowledge, dropping some nuggets, hopefully helping you guys out along your journey, and or showing off sales and helping you when you're out and about hunting what sells and what to expect to get from some items on eBay. Or if you don't do any reselling, hopefully you just like hanging out. Hopefully you like hanging out with me and enjoy the content. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started for the day. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you've subscribed. We're trying to hit 600. We're at like 571. So we're knocking at the 600 door. So appreciate all y'all support that hang out and watch. And for any of you new folks, if you enjoy the content, like anything that you watch or see, I pretty much do this every day. So some days I have a lot of stuff to drop and nuggets to share, and other days maybe not so many. But hopefully you enjoy the content. And like I said, drop or subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it, and it supports the channel and helps support the community. That's kind of what we do around here, is try to help each other out. I help you, you help me, kind of thing. So let's go ahead and get started with some comments. We don't have a whole lot between yesterday and today. Winston Wolf, support, man. I appreciate your support, Winston Wolf. I'll just say that. Always look forward to your comments. Winston Wolf says, thanks so much for the kind response and thorough answer to my questions. I like how you like your forte. I like how your forte is games, and since I'm a big gamer, hopefully physical games stay in fashion, and I'm mainly a physical game guy. A way to take care, Joe. I'm mainly a physical game guy too. Anyway, take care, Joe. Man, I guess I can't read. Thank you, Winston Wolf. He also follows up and says at 2350 on the last video, which is sales are slowing down a bit. Video, that's the title of it. He says at 2350, I hope that was a troll. I hope that was troll bait I hope that was a troll bait comment about complaining about you talking about an injury you sustained in the community, bringing it up in your comments. Yeah, some people are just haters, man. Like, I talk about an injury that I had, and they feel that they got to just be nasty and drop a comment and says we all have problems. Who cares? Well, nobody really cares. That's fine, but I'm still, I had torn my hamstring. It came up. It's life. It happens. You don't like it? Keep it moving. Why leave a negative comment about it? Again, it goes back to what I said. Didn't your mom teach you if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all? Jeez, man. It takes way more effort to hit reply and type something up and hit send, you know what I mean, than just don't say nothing at all and keep it moving. Just keep scrolling if you don't like me or don't like what I'm talking about. Anyway, Winston Wolf, always appreciate your support. Once again, he also follows up and says, I do want to say, as far as the physical games, I'm a big physical game guy as well. I hate the fact that all the systems are going to digital only. The main reason I hate that is because I guess what the new generation doesn't realize is, how do you get those games off of your account and sell them? Because that's not gonna be an option as we continue to go. Now, all the old games, they ain't going anywhere, so they're all gonna be on physical copy, and you're gonna be able to buy and sell them still. But all new games, when you buy the digital version, that's locked to your account. It kills me when people sell me systems and like, oh, you can have all the games that are on my system. Well, they're on your profile. So if anything ever happens, I don't know your password to get into your shit. So if anything ever happens and I got to get into your stuff, what am I supposed to message you 2 years later and be like, hey, give me your password to get into your account? Come on, man. I got to reset the thing. Therefore, all those games stay on your profile for your account. Unless I'm missing something, I'm not a big digital game guy. But what I do know is I downloaded Diablo 4 or 5, whatever the new Diablo was, last year, because my buddy was wanting to play, and he's big into those kind of games. And I was like, yeah, I'll download it, I'll buy it. And we went through the beta, and I didn't really touch it ever. I planned on playing and didn't play. I ended up calling Sony and was like, hey, is there any way to get a refund? You can see I probably have like 10 minutes of playtime on this game. You know what I mean? Because it was a digital download. And is there any way that I can get a refund for it? Because I'm literally not playing the game. And I had such problems during beta when it launched in June. Beta was, I think, February or March. And then the actual game launched in like May or June. I only played like 10 minutes during beta, and I couldn't even play. I never even played the game. I was loading into the servers and waiting to get into games, and it just never would get into a game. And I'm not a huge gamer anymore. So I ended up just never picking it back up and playing it. I never actually played the actual real version when it came out. So I called Sony and was like, hey, is there any way to get a refund for it? And they were like, no, absolutely not. It's on your account forever, basically, and there's nothing you can do about it. I was like, well, that's awesome. I was like, can I sell the key to someone else and like sell it to somebody at least and have them use a key to use it on, so they can download it and play it? And they're like, nope, there's no way to do that. And I was like, that's awesome. So again, I'm assuming there's no any even Switches, Xboxes, PlayStations, computer games, they're locked to your account. So the bad thing is as we continue to progress and go further down this pipeline, or this anyway, and this whole digital game only shit that these manufacturers are doing, it's only to your system. It's only to, well, not to your system only, but it's to your account only. So there's no way to resell any of your stuff anymore. There's no way to like take your stuff to GameStop and say, hey, if you have all digital games, they're all on your profile forever. When you stop playing that system, all those games, all that money is shit out up shit's creek. You can never even recoup a dime of them. You spend $60 to download a fucking game. You can't recoup $10 even if you wanted. I think that's ludicrous. I think eventually, when it goes to all digital, that's got to change. There's got to be a way to still be able to transfer digital content to someone else and then pay for it and have a different key. That's going to be a technology that they got to figure out at some point once it goes all digital, because it'd be a shame if you can't transfer your digital content to someone else that you paid $60 for and you can't even get 10-15 bucks out of it. Like, come on, man. What's up?
I need a piece of paper.
Okay, grab one. Here. Pull it. Okay. You good? Okay. You feeling okay? How's your throat? Do you need help with your homework? Okay. Well, we'll check it in a bit, okay? All right. So yeah, anyway, that's my rant for the day. Digital content is terrible, man, especially if you're looking to move it to someone else at some point. There's good luck with that. There's no options. Winston Wolf also goes on to say that Mickey Mouse plush story is disheartening. I'm glad I haven't had to deal with a lot of inconsistent buyers or inconsiderate buyers. Never had to deal with situations exactly who treat small sellers like you, like your Amazon, as if you don't lose money every time you do a return. I'd rather not sell to those buyers, even if it means it sits a while longer. You're not wrong. I actually just have another story. So one of those earbuds I just sold on my last one, right? Well, the one I sent last week, the guy just opened a return because he didn't realize it was wired. So he opens a return to send it back for wrong item, or whatever the return was. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't any of my issue. But because I have free returns, I got to eat it. Again, this doesn't happen often. I know it just happened twice in a small amount of time. Things usually come in threes, so I'm waiting to have another one happen on me, to be honest with you at this point. But normally this stuff doesn't happen. It's very rare. So, I know where some people are going to be like, that's why I don't have returns on, because blah, blah, blah. Well, that's fine. I feel I get more sales because of it, and it does give customers that warm and fuzzy that he does offer returns if something happens. At the end of the day, it's a $7 item or $8 item plus $3 shipping. It's $11 minus fees. I paid $1 for it. It cost me $4 and change to ship it. So I'm eating $1 and some change there. So I only profit like $5 off each one. Well, the dude opens a return because he ordered the wrong one and thought it was wired. Okay, well, my first thought was, it's brand new. Did you open the thing up and use it? So I was a little hot to begin with. I messaged him and I just say, hey, did you open this thing up and actually use it? And he said no. And I was like, okay, cool. I was like, well, I thought about it for a minute and I'm like, when you do a return, eBay does priority shipping. I don't know if you guys know that or not. So they do priority shipping on your return. Priority shipping from Colorado, even on a 4 ounces from Colorado back to me, priority shipping is going to cost $8 and change, probably, if I remember correctly. Maybe $7 and change. We'll say $7, $8, $9, 8, 7, whatever, $8 give or take. Well, I got to refund him 10 and change. So I'm going to eat the label for $8. And I'm going to refund him 8 and change, which means I'm out now $18. Are you kidding? I was like, Now, granted, I'm not really out the money he paid me for the item if I get the item back, but it's not worth him sending the item back. So I just said, hey, I was not happy about it, but I was like, you know what? Just keep the item. Merry Christmas. And and he sends me back a thing, says, well, wait a minute, I'm going to be out $3. I mean, that's not fair. Man, I got hot for a second. I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, first of all, I just refunded him all of it. I didn't care about the $3 either. At that point, I was like, I'd rather just refund him his money and be out like $4 or $5 at the end of the day. That's what I'd be out. And obviously the item as well. I don't have the item either. Luckily, it's a small item. We're talking nickels and cents here. It's not like a huge deal. You know, it's part of doing business. Luckily, it wasn't a huge item or a big high dollar item. I'd really been pissed. But you know, it just rubbed me the wrong way. Talking about I'm out $3. Well, MFR, like you're the one that ordered the wrong thing. Now you want to do a return on a fucking $7 item with $3 shipping on it for $10, and now it's going to cost me $8 more for you to send that shit back to me. Come on, man. I didn't say none of that to him. I just kept my customer service hat on and said, hey, I refunded all of it. Have a wonderful day. And then he said something back and said, oh, thank you. I didn't realize it was wired, blah, blah, blah. And I just poked at him a little bit. And I was like, well, next time you really should read the descriptions better because it does clearly say it was a wired headset, brand new. Now I'm out the $11 I'm out all of it and the item as well. I was like, so Merry Christmas again, or whatever I said. I forgot. I didn't say Merry Christmas, but I said, you know, but it's just, you know, like I'm going to give you a little, I'm not going to be an ass, but I'm going to poke at you a little bit because it just rubbed me the wrong way. And then he sent me a message back, said, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it, you know, but thank you for being, you know, a good seller and taking care of it. I'm like, yeah, no problem. Have a wonderful day. And just, you know, I wanted to go at him again, but I didn't. So there are those times that, you know, you do have to, you know, just keep the customer service hat on, maybe throw a little jab in there, but for the most part, keep that customer service hat on. And again, luckily it was a small item, but yeah, between the plush and the headphones, you know, I'm at like $25 or something now. I mean, at the end of the day, it's small potatoes, but it's for dumb stuff, dumb customers for dumb reasons. Now you can point the finger at me and be like, well, Joe, you should have returns off, you know, or don't offer returns. Well, yeah, I could, but then I think about how many dollars I'm leaving on the table that buyers aren't purchasing from me because I have that off. I'm sure that's a lot of money sitting out there if I was to turn that off because people would rather buy from someone that they can do a return with. I'm just saying. So I feel having returns on outweighs having returns off and have to deal with these circumstances occasionally. Luckily, it's very occasionally. It's not very often. If I was dealing with this all the time and having this headache regularly, trust and believe I'd have returns off on all my items. I'd be, fuck that. Excuse my language. But anyway, so that's my rant for the day, and I'll probably use that as the title of the video. Should you offer returns on eBay? And you guys can hammer at me in the comments. But there's that. G Nestor, we only have 2 more comments, then we'll move into sales. It's probably a shorter video, unless I just start rambling again. Y'all know how I do. G Nestor, appreciate you hanging out and commenting. G Nestor says, hey, Joe, I hope everything... Oh, wait, did I... Oh, yes, I did touch on Winston Wolf. Thank you again, Winston Wolf. G Nestor, hey, Joe, I hope everything is going well. One time a customer sent me a message. His item arrived damaged that he wanted. Then he wanted a refund and return the item, but he didn't give me the chance to even reply back. While I was writing back to his message, he right away requested a return and a refund through eBay. I was about to write back, keep the item, and I'll refund you completely. And I had no choice but to accept the return and pay for the item to send it back to me broken. It was an Oakland A's bobblehead, and I paid $3. So G Nestor, actually, from my understanding, I could be wrong. If anybody wants to chime in on this, I could be wrong, but I just got an offer on something, I think. From my understanding, like this exact case, this just happened with this guy too. So he opened the return. He already had the approve. It's automatically approved because I offer free returns. So he was automatically sent the label and all that. From my understanding, and I went ahead and just sent him a refund, and I said it allows you to still send the full refund in full, and then it closes the case, and you know, and sent him a message, and everything was good. And I said, do not send it back. I called eBay one time, and I've never gone back to confirm this in any of my payouts or any of my eBay invoices. But eBay told me is if they do not actually ship it back, even if the labels are generated automatically, if they don't actually ship it back, you're not charged for the label. It doesn't charge for the label until it's scanned. In other words, until it's actually handed to the post office, then the label, and then it goes through the process of actually charging your account for the label. So, because it happens all the time where people actually open a request, they get the label automatic, and then they never send the item. And so I'm pretty confident what eBay told me is legit, because in those cases, it automatically, after 30 days of them not sending it back, it automatically closes the case because the buyer never returns the item. So, you shouldn't have to pay for a label if they don't actually return the item. So I'm pretty sure that is the way it works, and I was confirmed by eBay, but I have not seen it with my own eyes. If anybody wants to chime in on that, once again, just drop a comment. But you should still be able to, in that case, you should have still been able to just offer the refund, send them a thing and say, do not send it back to me, please. Keep the item. I know eBay already generated a label for you, but just keep the item. Please don't ship it back. And then that way you're not actually charged for the label. That's exactly what I did in this case. And actually I did the exact same thing did on that plush, 2 days ago or whatever it was on that plush. I just said, do not send it back. Keep it. Merry Christmas. Do not send it back, because it's not worth spending the $8, $9, $10 for priority shipping to ship it back to you, on low dollar items like that. Then you're out, the original shipping plus, especially if it's free shipping. The one was free shipping, so I'd have ended up eating like $20 probably in just shipping costs if I would have had him return it. So just for future reference, and that's for anybody else that has these things pop up, sometimes it's just better to just let them keep it, because they don't use ground advantage on the return. So it's not going to be $5 or $6 or $4 to ship it back to you. It's going to be priority, and priority starts at like $8, $9 and goes up from there depending on the weight. So just throwing that out there, food for thought for folks that are doing it, or just, if tidbits of information, if you didn't know, now you know. And G Nestor, same thing with you. In that case, I would have just messaged the buyer, strongly encourage them to keep the item. Do not send it back to me. I'll send the refund now in full. Keep the item. Do not ship it back, because I'll be out another $9 or $10 for shipping. So please just keep that item. And then you should be good to go in that case. So just for future reference, obviously that's already happened. So for future references. Last comment is coming from J. Kim. J. Kim, I think this is the first time you've commented. Appreciate you hanging out and commenting. Hopefully you subscribed, and hopefully you enjoy the content. J. Kim says, it boils down, and this is in reply to the video, can you really make a living reselling on eBay? So he says, J. Kim said, or he or she says, it boils down to sourcing, and I find it extremely difficult. As a side hustle, it is totally profitable to only spend a few hours Monday through Friday. However, doing it full time is just not efficient. I disagree, but that's you have to be a hustler, man. You got to be on social media. You got to be on marketplace. You got to go out and hustle every weekend, and spend $400 or $500 on yard sale Saturday, and it's so that way you don't have to source all week long, and then throughout the week you got to be on marketplace making deals. At least that's how I do it. Everybody does their own thing and does it their own way that does it full time. Now, granted, I'm not like full time, because I have another business as well, but I'm damn near full time doing this. Now, if I did not do my helmet business and I was only doing this, I'd have more time to just hustle more, and I could probably make double. I showed you all off. I did like 75K last year before all the fees and stuff. I'd probably be able to double that pretty easily and do about 40 to 50 hours, 40-ish hours a week. But again, because that it's definitely doable. I'll say that. So I'm gonna stop there and just pause and say that you need to source $25, 8 hours equals 200 profit goods a day. That will be something like 400 in difference of eBay sold price and your sourcing price. You need to source like every single day to just have enough things to sell, and then you need to sell it. Very difficult to do. Again, maybe for you that's the case. I would say it's not difficult. It's not difficult. It's getting the stuff is not the hard part, man. If you source through multiple different avenues and you source every day, even if you were sourcing for an hour a day every day, and you did one deal a day every day in marketplace, and then you went out to a honey hole or to a flea market, or well, flea markets usually only open on like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sundays, and the good days are usually just Friday and Saturday. And then you go yard sailing and you kill it on Saturday and you spend $400 or $500. You can flip that into $3,000-$4,000, even $2,000-$3,000, and you do that every week. And then you're in between there, you're doing marketplace deals and you're doing flip to 100. Because my whole thing is, if you haven't watched my previous episodes, when I'm on marketplace, my thing is to flip to 100. So if I'm going out spending gas and wasting time and all that, I'm going to make $100 on that deal, give or take. Not always exactly 100, sometimes 80-ish. But I'm going to try to flip to at least $100 on a marketplace pickup. So if I'm doing 2 or 3 of those a week, or 4 or 5 of those a week, how much time am I spending? 45 minutes driving out, picking up and coming home, listing, cleaning, and maybe another 30-ish minutes listing and cleaning that said item. And then we rinse and repeat the next day or the day after that. Maybe you don't have one every day. Maybe you do one every other day. And then you kill it on yard sale Saturday. And then some Saturdays aren't that great. And then other Saturdays you fucking crush it and you got to go to the ATM and take more money out because you're absolutely killing it. And then again, estate sales. You got your honey holes for guys that do stuff like I mentioned before, that do clean outs of house clean outs and do storage units. You can connect with them and you can always kind of go to them when you're running dry, or you had a bad week on yard sale, or in my case, I end up having people reach out to me because I have a presence online and I've networked, that I just out of the blue get a message. Hey Joe, we got a bunch of video game stuff. You want to come check it out? Or in fact, yesterday I had one of my guys send me a message. Hey, my daughter's looking to get rid of her Wii. Are you interested? Yes. Send me pictures. So then on top of that, you get those extra bonuses of people reaching out to you. So all I'm saying is, if you're hustling and you got the connections, the networks, and you're doing and grinding 40-ish hours a week, you could do $150,000 on eBay, and realistically, give or take, without doing more than about 40 hours a week, to be totally honest with you. So, but you got to be hustling. You got to have those networks, and those networks only come with doing it and time and being at yard sales and connecting with people and exchanging numbers. So 3 months later, the guy that you exchange numbers with reaches out to you and says, hey Joe, I finally got a chance to get to all those games. Boom. And then that week you got an extra bonus because that guy reached out to you from 3 months ago. And then that starts to happen more often. All I'm saying is I don't want to knock what you're saying, but trust me, it is doable. It's sustainable. It can be done. And you can make a full time doing it at 40 to 50 hours a week and push 150, if not more. I mean, hell, it depends how you source and what your margins are. How you can make even more than that. Now granted, after fees and blah, 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 110-ish after fees and all that bullshit, maybe 110. That's not bad money for being your own boss, doing your own thing and working 40, 50 hours for yourself, and still being able to be home and things like that. You know what I mean? So I would say I probably put in about 20-ish hours a week. And I know I say I'm full time, but if I went full time, legit 40 hours to 50 hours a week doing this, my numbers from what you saw in that video would be double. I could promise you that. The other part of my time goes toward my helmet business. Like, I just got off Facebook Live 30 minutes ago, and we moved 4 helmets, three or 4 helmets on Facebook Live, and 3 helmets on Facebook Live. And so tonight I'll be on again for another hour and a half, do another 2 or 3 helmets tonight. Rinse and repeat. So a lot of my time, or half of my time, is goes toward that business. But if I just focused on this hardcore 100%, 40 to 50 hours, man, shit. And then if I just brought my wife into doing it with me and had help, man, 200K, I promise you. Because then I could do all the sourcing and be out there hustling and have most of my time just hustling and getting stuff. And her time could be used with putting all the stuff up, because that's where I bog down and I bottleneck, is getting the stuff up on eBay. I got tons of stuff to put up on eBay right now. That's why I haven't sourced in a month. I got tons of stuff. Getting the stuff ain't the hard part. I'm on Marketplace every day. Even this morning, there was like 2 deals that I was like, man, if I didn't have a bunch of stuff I was sitting on right now, I'd get those. Every day there's stuff on Marketplace. Anyway, and money to be made. So anyway, that's my rebuttal to that. I'll keep it moving. I appreciate you, J. Kim, once again. But it is certainly doable. 100%. Yeah, man, you got to have the hustle, the know-how, the grind, and all the different avenues of getting stuff. Because trust me, getting the stuff is not the hard part. Selling the stuff is the hard part. But getting it all up is also part of the hard part. Your death piles pile up and your motivation sometimes lacks. And all that kind of stuff. So again, my bottleneck issue right now is getting the stuff up. Between my time yesterday, I sat down and put up like 20 video games. Today, I'm gonna try to get some things up before I go live again tonight on Facebook. But in between, I cook dinner, wife comes home, spend some time with the family, all that good stuff, you know. So it's you got to manage your time, or try to manage your time the best that you can. Let's move on to sales. Between yesterday and today, we had 7 items sell for a total of $332.72. 332.73. So pretty good sales. What came through while I was yip yapping? New offer. I got 2 offers. Oh no, they respond. 16. Make counter. You know what? I'm gonna go 16.50. I just put this game up yesterday for $18. I'm gonna go 16.50. Send offer. And then somebody else sent me something that looks like new offers 3. Respond to offer. Oh man. So I got an offer I got a Sony car CD player, old stock, for the old school CD changers on the old school Fords. It was a Sony CD changer that they used to have in the old school Fords. I had that thing for damn near probably a year. No, I think I picked it up back in like March for like $40, I want to say. And I think I asked if they take 30, and they said yes. I just got offered for $289. I got it up for $340 on sale. I'm taking it. I'm going to take it. So we'll get to that one tomorrow, because they're probably not going to pay while we're live, and I'll share that one tomorrow. So that's a huge sale while we're live on here. Boom. I'm taking that one, $289. So tomorrow we're going to show, I'm at least going to have $289. Woo! One sale. Let's go. We'll show that thing off tomorrow, but there we go. I just accepted that one. All right. See, I get excited. That's why I do this, man. I get excited. Like I said, I think I spent $30 on that thing. So you got to catch me tomorrow to see exactly what it is. Old school CD changer. All right, let me go to my sales. Go back to sales. Man, let's see. Sell and orders. Let's go to orders. All right. So again, we had 7 orders between yesterday and today for a total of $332.73. Let's go ahead and show them off. First one is Polar Express. Polar Express. The Polar Express. So Polar Express on PlayStation 2 sold for $15. Free shipping on that one. $15 free shipping. Sold another, my last one, Game Boy Color Atomic Purple, sold for $68. Free ship, no, plus shipping on that one, plus shipping. PS4, make sure my mic's on. PS4 Minecraft. Got it. PS4, I just put this up yesterday as well. I put like 20 games up yesterday, and I think 2 of them already sold. Minecraft sold for $20. Free shipping on that one. $20 free shipping on PS4. I sold another one, didn't I? Next one up is, did I sell to the same person? No. Rugrats. I've had this up for a while. Rugrats on N64. Rugrats on N64 sold for $11. Free shipping. I'm going to clean that with some isopropyl alcohol just to make sure it's good to go, because it looks a little dusty in there. So I'll do that before I ship it. Isopropyl alcohol and Q-tips work amazing on cleaning pins on cartridge games. We'll throw that out there. And where did my daughter must have it somewhere. Well, anyway. All right. Next couple things. Minecraft on PS4 disc only. Let's see. Minecraft PS4 story mode. This is disc only. Black Wii remote and the pink digital camera. I think it's this Sony one, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So Minecraft story mode PS4 sold for $17 plus shipping. 17 plus shipping. Black Pro controller for the Wii original Wii. It's got some bite marks in it as well. I disclosed that. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got some bite marks in it from a dog. But sold for $16 plus shipping. And then the big score, the big sale of the day was a Sony. This is cameras, guys. Cameras. Sony CyberShot pink with the case, memory card, charger. I always buy the chargers for them. This one didn't have a battery when I bought it. In fact, actually, I did have a battery. Hold on. Is that the original Sony? No, it did not have a battery when I bought it or a memory card. So I have extra memory cards I bundle with these. And then I also buy the charger for them and then a new battery for it. And it helps sell them. I'll just say that it helps because they're getting a new battery, charger, memory card, and a Sony case. So for $155 plus shipping, $155 plus shipping on that one. Big score. Cameras, man, don't sleep on cameras, guys. You see them out and about. Anytime I'm at yard sales, I ask. Cameras, camcorders, all that kind of stuff. Electronics in general, but more so cameras and things like that. So that's it. Those are the sales. Again, 7 sales for $332.73. And then I also have, they actually just checked out on that Sony, but I'm not going to pack and ship that till tomorrow. But they did go ahead and buy that and pay for it. So that's a big score, but we'll save that one for tomorrow. So anyway, enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Hope you appreciate this one. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Again, just your average Joe trying to make it, man. So if I can do it, you can do it. Have a wonderful rest of your Thursday, and let's get some football in us to watch some football tonight. I'm excited about that. So if you don't like football, well, I don't know. Get excited. It's Thursday. It's almost Friday. So there you go. Be excited about the weekend coming up. But enjoy the rest of your day, guys. We'll see y'all tomorrow on the next one. We at least have one sale to cover. Woo! All right. See y'all tomorrow. Bye, guys.